Years and counting. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So, what's the background and experience of other team members like? Can you introduce us to other team members behind new music?
Yes, our core team has varied expertise and experience that's not necessarily Web3. We have a mixed experience in design, development, uh, content acquisition, and law. One of the things that I think that makes our core team unique was that we were all relevant to the music industry, but not necessarily from the music space. And as for us, I think we are always looking for different type of talents that are able to help us execute on our plans and realize our vision. So uh, when it comes to talking about the Me Music team, we're always here to try reaching to new levels instead of being saying, "Oh, these are the only experts that we have." Right? I think that's what we're trying to do with Me Music.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. So, a little into the background and experience also. No, not background and experience. Background story. Is there a background story before the inception of Me Music? Why exactly have you guys created it? How long have you been, working at the project for?
Look, when it comes to Me Music, I think our founding story, I've said it once, especially also on this platform, but it really started when there were so many blockchain music projects that were doing raises back in 2021. And we knew for a fact that back then they were kind of setting up themselves for a lot of issues with copyright, piracy, etc. A lot of legal issues, and that's when we thought, look, how do we start something that uh, a company that is able to impact the music industry without causing all of these legal troubles, especially mainly that these are legal issues that blockchain companies somehow inherently have when they deal with music. And the main problem is this is everything that the musicians fought against. So that's how we started the research. Uh, I personally love music. I honestly think this is one of the best ways to build and lead blockchain mass adoption. So that's kind of why we've been working on this domain for such a long time.
Hmm. All right, sounds interesting. So, digging more into the project now, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's said to be building the first ever blockchain based music platform, which adopts cryptocurrencies and a traditional business model. So, now, can you give us a formal introduction now? What's your ecosystem like? What are your products? What are your services? What is your mission? What is your vision? And what problems, are you hoping to solve with the project?
With Me Music, our main core is, like said in the summary, adopting a traditional business model with the blockchain layer. That means focusing on the day-to-day activities that you do with music or any audio content. So, despite our name suggesting that we focus on music, we are not restricted. Whether it be audiobooks, podcasts, anything that you can listen with your ear, we're all up for it. That's what we were promoting to do. And the traditional business model, it could be purchasing merchandise, tickets, live streaming, purchasing tracks. These are the type of services that we plan to provide, especially with our pilot product stations. And hopefully that after this process, we're one day somehow be able to also provide the regular type of music streaming service, just like Spotify or Apple Music, where you can go using subscriptions and getting access to millions of songs. So we're trying to be at the center of this whole audio industry by providing all the services that you normally can with any other service provider, but have the additional layer of getting tokenized rewards, being able to create and trade artist tokens, such like that.
Pretty innovative, pretty innovative. So, how do I get started? Okay, say maybe I'm an artist. What slot or what opportunities does Me Music provide to artists, for instance?
As an artist, The best part is there's nothing that you necessarily have to do differently, right? That means if you've been uploading music to SoundCloud, if you have been going on to Twitch for uh, interacting with your fans, if you have been uploading NFTs on OpenSea or Sound, do everything that you've been doing same in the same process as with Me Music, but with more of a community and an ecosystem that is rewarding both the listeners and the creators using a token, uh, and which doesn't add any additional burden to you. It's covered by the platform. There are different ways to create the demand for the token, etc. That's the best part. I think when it comes to most of the music NFT projects that didn't survive during this bear market, is that all of them focused on providing a completely new experience. Like you have to create MetaMask, you have to do uh, build NFTs, you have to build a Discord community, etc. Those type of new things that you have to do distracts you away from the creative process. So for us, it's more like come on board, do whatever you are doing, but on Me Music, you get better compensation and rewards for it.
I love the idea. I love the idea. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. All right. So, um, what exactly are you guys now doing differently at Me Music when compared to others in the space? What gives you a competitive edge over others?
Uh, I'm going to make it restrictive to, for example, Web3 projects, right? Because obviously it's hard to say we are having a competitive edge against traditional companies because they're on a completely different domain. When it comes to Web3 projects, it's all NFTs. That's not liquid, that's not tradable. I think the competitive edge is that, look, you have a platform and service where you can soon be able to upload all your music, uh, start earning in fiat, but start also earning in crypto. You're soon going to have a new option for artist tokens. You can actually build a community here. You can build a fan base. You can or have more revenue streams. I think these are the competitive edges that we will be able to provide compared to other Web3 music projects.
Okay, okay. Got it. Got it. All right. Next one now. Let's talk about the new music token. How have you guys, built the token? What is going to be its basic function and utilities on the new music platform?
The Me Music token is the main utility token that we have on the platform. Obviously, it's designed to perform a lot of functions, potentially in the future, including governance rights, etc. But NFT trading and such. But one of the key things that are upcoming for the team is, firstly, that there is going to be uh, availability to trade and purchase artist tokens, which would be based on the ERC-404 standard, which is the main thing for MMT tokens. MMT token is also designed to benefit from on-chain tax benefits as from the stream token, which is reward token of our ecosystem. I think these two are the main utilities that we'll be focusing on in the next coming weeks.
Okay. Am I audible now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Um,
I can hear you.
okay. Oh, sorry about that. I think the internet's kicked me out for a while. Okay, cool. So the tokens now has when do you guys plan to list the tokens, and when can those interested get them?
The music token is already listed. It's listed on MXC. It's Gate and PancakeSwap at the moment. We are preparing for another listing this month, and there will be migration to Solana. There's a lot of interesting and exciting things happening for me music. So
Token listed already, guys. So you can get on Mexi, Mex Exchange, and you can also get it on PancakeSwap using your MetaMask or your Binance Web3 wallet, or you can also use the Trust wallet as well. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, um, moving forward now, can you let's see, can you tell us about your current collaborations and partnerships? I mean, who are you partnered with? Who are your current investors, backers, and all of that?
uh, our backers, we have great names from the Web3 space available, including Aller Ventures. Falcon is one of our investors and backers. We've had investors like from Big Brain Holdings, X Network Capital, DCI Capital. So many VCs have been able to support us throughout the bear market. As for partners, we've been always expanding on the list since day one. It's hard for me to even think of top from the bat. One of the notable names we have is YG Plus from South Korea, which is not from the Web3, but more from the Web2 space. So these will be increasing as we move along, and we have also exciting partnership announcement quite soon. So we're excited for that as well.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to that and even more. We'll be looking forward to that. So, can you tell us now? Security. Everyone is always concerned about security. Yeah. So, what's the security feature of B Music? How can you assure us that it's completely secured?
Look, when it comes to the security measures, I think we have to do everything that consistent work on it. Like it's not that the biggest exchanges in the world don't ever get hacked. It's never a time when big DeFi protocols get hacked. So and that's even after an audit. So we definitely take measures consistently to receive audits for anything that's based on chain. We take enterprise level security measures on our platform. If there are any bugs, we definitely do our best to fix and resolve as soon as possible. Whether we might run a bug bounty program in the future, that's internally being discussed. But I think what we can do is making sure that user funds are safe. And that's what we're consistently working on.
Okay, cool. I was hoping you were going to talk about some audits, certificates, and all that. So
Yes.
I said I was hoping you talk about some audit certificates. Have you audited the smart contract?
Sorry. Yes. Our previous smart contracts we've worked with Certic, they're not currently being used because it will be part of the NFT marketplace release, but we have been working with Certic before, and obviously there are many great audit companies out there, and we'll be working with them as we see fit.
Okay. All right. So, do you require any, say, personal informations to sign up on the Me Music platform?
Look, it's standard process. We currently allow for the signups based on email or using your Google ID. So as much as any information that you use to send to Google, it's being shared with us as well through a normal login system, and we take our privacy measures as well. So.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, finally, now, last question from my end. Can you tell us about your roadmap and your plans? What are you guys working on currently? And what can we expect in the next couple of weeks or months?
Well, March is going to be a very packed month for us. Currently, we've been having a consistent sale of our station node NFTs, which allow for dual mining of the Stream and Me Music token. We have additional DEX listing that's coming on board with Solana. We have the airdrop that's prepared for the Me Music token holders. We have an additional SEX listing this month. I think it's going to be quite packed with what we're doing as of the moment.
Okay, cool. So before we move to Twitter questions, are there anything else you'd like to add?
No, not in particular. Not in particular.
Okie dokie. All right then. So we'll now be moving over to Twitter questions. So everyone who has questions, you can start dropping them in the chat box for the live segment. But I'm taking the first question from Twitter now. It says, is Me Music exclusively only for professional traders? What can you recommend for beginners like me?
No, look, I think, when it comes, if it's coming about trading the Me Music token, obviously, you would have to do your own due diligence, and I would not give any financial advice publicly. But is it for only professional traders? No. If you're to use the product, does it have to be all based on professional artists or etc.? No, you can just come into the platform, start uploading tracks, get used to how the app works. I don't think we have any entry of barrier for anybody.
All right, that is a good answer. Taking the second question now, says many of investors are just focused on the price of token in short term instead of real value of the project. Can you tell us the motivation and benefits for investors to hold your token for the long term?
Look, I think crypto itself, it can be considered that everyone has trading. When it comes to token, trading is always at the heart. So there might be comments about what do you do for the long term, what do you do for the long run, and at the same time, if you ask yourself, if I see 10x, if I see 20x in multiples, am I such a strong believer to a point where I'll hold on, right? Then at the same time, you're going to ask them, when does it end, right? Do I sell at 1000x? Do I sell at 2000? When does it stop? So look, for me, we don't necessarily have a primary focus on making sure that tokens are not being sold on the daily. That's just the nature of the market. But if the tokens are being consistently consumed for a natural organic reason within the platform, incentives to hold because there are given additional perks such as NFTs, on-chain taxes, etc., that would naturally make them hold the token, but that's also because it's beneficial, right? As long as we work on measures to make sure that the token is being consistently added with different utilities, that way they'll naturally hold, right? And then maybe fall into the belief. But when you ask me, how do I stop people from selling? I don't think anybody can do that, right? Like Bitcoin went up to 73K, and today it went to 67. So it's really part of the market, but we just have to focus on consistently providing values for our token. What I can say.
All right, perfect. Next question now says, what is your background and how did you come to the idea of creating Me Music?
I'll be brief on this one because I did this in the self-introduction part in the beginning, but I've been in the blockchain space for 5 years. I've consulted a lot of projects, and I love music. So I think this is why I've been working on Me Music for such a long time.
All right, short indeed. Okay. Last one now. Okay, second to the last one now says, how secure are your smart contracts? Which company will do the audits? I think you spoke
Yes,
about
that
this.
one I've mentioned it as well would be Certic or any other reputable audit firms, and we take necessary measures to make them secure. So
Mm. Yes, yes. All right. So the last one now says, do the token holders have the right to participate in the governance of the project, and what kind of decisions can they vote on about the project?
um for sorry, was it the governance on using the token, right? I'm not so sure if I heard. Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, cool. I think it's talking about governance, your DAO system. It says, do the token holders have the right to participate in the governance of the project? What kind of decisions can they vote on about the project?
I see. No, governance is not at the moment implemented. It has been disclosed in our documents that governance would be required to, for example, vote for which project, like artists would get funding from the loans, etc., or make decisions about how the tokens would be used in terms of marketing. Those are some examples of where governance might be applied right now, but as of the moment, you know, it's not implemented within our ecosystem just yet.
All right. Thanks for clearing that. Thanks for clearing that. I think that's all of the questions we'll be taking for today. Do you have anything else you'd like to add before we call it a day?
Look, if this would be the final word, again, appreciate the time everyone has spent coming to join this AMA. Again, thank you for being a great host. When it comes to me music, again, I want to emphasize on so many exciting things that are coming and happening for March and April and May. At the same time, I think it's not just a one-day project. We've been a company that's been around for the past 3 years. I think we have a whole on vision to reveal more and more. We're taking in a lot of great community feedback. I'm quite excited for Me Music, and I hope a lot of people can share this vision with us together.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It's been really awesome to have done this with you, Young Song. Please say hi to the rest team members on our behalf. Yeah.
Of course.
Yes. Thank you. Until next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone who tuned in. That was your phone from the Me Music project team. Do not forget to always do your own research. Nothing that was said in this live stream AMA is to be taken as a financial advice. Always, and always make your own research. Until next time, see you all in another AMA. Bye bye.